Diaz inside the studio right here. We got,
Brian
I'm going to call you Brian. Yeah, Brian Imanuel.
I like that.
Because I know you're kind of still weird about Rich Chigga maybe a little bit.
Yeah. I like being known as both. Yeah.
Rich Brian, I saw that. I think that's cool. Rich B.
Rich B.
There
Brian
it
Imanuel.
is. How's life going, dude?
Life is amazing. It's been very exciting.
You got your own tour.
Exactly. It's my first tour, and it's a bus tour. I slept on the bus for the first time last night.
How was it? Did your back hurt?
No, the thing is I slept on the wrong direction. It's like my head is like supposed to be on the opposite direction, so I kind of like messed up my shoulder a little bit.
Got it. And were you feeling maybe dizzy a little bit just from going a different direction?
Well, thankfully the bus was not moving.
Oh, okay,
that's good. It was parked
good.
in front of the venue, but yeah, it's been crazy. It feels like I'm in a band or something.
Do you have like a band with you on stage when you perform and stuff?
No, I'm not on that level yet.
But you got a DJ and all that, right? Okay. You official. You hip hop. You hip hop with the DJ.
But I used
like
to
it.
be in a band when I was
Really?
Yeah, when I was 5, I used to play the drums, and
Nice.
I had a family band with my brother and my sister.
Dope.
It was like a Christian cover band.
Hey, man, I think we've all been there when we're kids, right? Like, we're just around the church
Yeah.
so much. I'm
It's
the
called-
same way. My mom, like, forced me to go into choir, and I was like, girl, I cannot sing. Why are you trying to make these people listen to me?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Exactly.
So we were kind of talking a little bit off camera a little bit about, I was, like, curious because I was watching your interviews that you did with, like, Pharrell and
Right.
stuff like that. And you were talking, you're like, I asked you, I was like, did you think people took this as a joke at first?
Yeah.
And you're like, I kind of think I took it as
Yeah.
a joke at first,
Yeah.
too. But what changed? What made it become serious?
Just because, like, I don't know, like, I really, like, saw the potential in it. And, the people that are, like they really, like, some people took it as a joke, but then some people are really like, this is, like, amazing. And this is, like, actually, like, a big step for, like, like, there are, like, so many kids, like, kids my age.
Right.
That want to do music, but they don't think it's, like, it's possible to, but it's, like, we're, like, living in the, like, internet era nowadays.
Yeah,
where everything
totally.
is, like, you can just, like, blow up like that, and it's, like, yeah, it's everything's just possible. So I'm, like, like, I wanna keep doing it, and I wanna, like, inspire people, and just.
I think your video, that stick, did that. Like,
Right.
just because, you know how many kids look like that?
No,
Like how
exactly.
they wear the pink polo and the
Exactly.
shorts and the fanny pack.
Yeah.
Like, that's kids' fashion out here. And apparently yours
Yeah.
too, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's where I kind of got that. I was like, yo, you know how many kids are just going to relate to this and
Right.
just kind of be like, yo, like, this kid could do this. I can do
Yeah,
anything.
exactly.
I think that was like the
That's-
big message I got across from it.
Yeah, that's like the best thing ever. There are, like, so many, like, there's so many Asian kids that come up to me, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh my God, dude, you're, like, my hero," and I'm like, you give people that look like us, like, hope,
Yeah.
to get girls and stuff.
I'm
So
telling you.
like, oh my God, that's fucking. That's
So wait,
amazing.
have you been getting girls?
Well, I'm having.
He says,
I'm exploring. I'm experiencing new stuff. I'm having fun.
Well, yeah, as you should. I mean, you're young and it's your first tour. You gotta have some
I'm not
stories for
going-
later on.
I'm not gonna go too wild though.
Nah, yeah.
I'm
You
just
gotta be
trying
careful.
to
Be safe.
Trying to be healthy. Trying to keep my mind intact and
Right.
yeah. Just trying not to die.
One thing that I think I love so much about you is you're fearless, like almost. It kind of seems that way. I don't think I would have the balls to tell Pharrell, like, yeah, I know I'm dope. I was this is amazing.
That was
Like,
intense. That was intense.
Were you nervous? I could kind
Oh,
of tell you were a little
definitely.
nervous.
Definitely. That
Pharrell
was-
Williams, right?
Yeah, and I love Othertone. Like, I've always wanted to be on that. And
Right.
Yeah, I was just in Indonesia, and then my manager just told me, like, yo, when you're in America, they want to have you on the show. And I'm like, what the hell?
You're like, it's Pharrell.
what?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Skateboard Pete.
Yeah, and the people that are on it is like, it's like Justin Timberlake, like SZA, and like Tyler
Yeah.
the Creator. It's like my favorite people.
Right.
So, yeah, me being on that, it's like me being in the room, and it's like it's like so silent. There's like no music in the
It
background.
was kind of like awkward a little bit. I can see that.
It's what makes it great, though. I
Yeah,
love that
totally.
about
You're
it.
right,
Yeah.
100%.
It's
But
like
I did notice that. I was like, there's no music or anything.
Yeah.
Like, when no one's saying nothing, it's silence.
Yeah, it's like an ASMR episode.
Yeah, seriously.
I love it, though. And then after that, it's like Pharrell, actually, like, Pharrell was like, "Yo, let's get into the studio," and I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And I just said yes, but like I've never been in the studio with anybody, so that Pharrell was like my first ever like studio session.
What?
So back in the day, like back in Indonesia. Sorry about that.
Hey man, you're good. Take that call. You big time. I'm not mad.
I've never been like I've always just like worked by myself. Like when I go to the studio, it's just to record, and I would just have lyrics already pre-written. I would have the beats ready and everything. But I never like write at the studio or like in front of people, just because I'm not really used to it.
Yeah,
so,
you're still kind of figuring it out, like your process, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, let's do it. So 2 days after, I wake up at like 7:30 in the morning. I got there like 8:30 at a studio. He's like in the studio. He's like already working on something on his laptop, just like super focused. And I'm like, I'm like bringing my laptop. I'm like, damn, I'm like I don't know what to do. Like
what do I do with myself right now?
Like what do I say? Like should I say something? And then I just kind of like pull out my laptop, and he's like, yo, like show me like some of your stuff. And then I play him like 3 unreleased songs, and he's like, okay, I think I know what you want. And then
like he knew right then and there, like caught your vibe.
Yeah, and then he like started making this beat. He started with this melody, and I'm like, oh shit, like what do I do? So I just, as soon as I heard kind of like the tempo and like the rhythm he was going for, I just started writing this hook. And then so he's like making this beat, and I'm like next to him on my laptop, just like writing this hook. So like when he was
anybody
done,
filming this? Like, so just
No.
for you, not for like the world, but for you. Because I could just tell your excitement talking about it. Like,
yeah,
you
no,
know?
I don't think so. I was with my manager, but he was just kind of like,
it's Pharrell, so I get it. You don't want to film. You don't want to creep him out.
yeah. So by the time he was done with the beat, we like I already like wrote the hook, and then he went to the booth. He like top lined like some melodies, and then he was just like, all right, I'll give you some time, like take your time to finish the verses. I just want to come here to like vibe with you and see what you want. And then, but yeah, it was like when I was with him, like I was like not. At the time, I was like not a fast writer at all, especially in front of people. But then like it was like Pharrell, so it was like
it just came to you.
Yeah, I was like on fire. Like if I don't do this, I'll like disintegrate.
Yeah,
so
that's a good way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my gosh.
So that was insane.
Who are some other people that you want to possibly work with, or maybe that have reached out to you that you're like, what?
These people haven't reached out to me, but I really would love to work with Childish Gambino.
That would be dope.
Yeah, Childish Gambino is
He's
amazing.
a beast.
He's like,
yeah, just at everything though, like music, acting, like he's crazy.
That's like what I want to do too. You know,
that'll be dope.
And he like how he started it is also like really cool because he started from doing YouTube stuff as well.
Yeah,
with him and his friends, it's like comedy skits, and it's like those were really funny.
Right.
And then he like
you're pretty hilarious, dude. Like I could see it happening. Like for sure, you getting on TV, like it's gonna happen.
Amen. Yeah, I really want to act. Acting is fun because I used to back in the days before music, I used to be like into cinematography. I was like making short films and
nice.
I was like acting in some of them, but
you're almost like a jack of all trades. Like it's like you could do it all.
Thank you.
You write your stuff. Like I was even I hate Wikipedia. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate it because it's never right. It's never right.
They got my birthday wrong twice.
Oh, of course, it's always something. But I saw though that you do write a lot of your stuff.
Yeah.
And you produce it, and then you also like help co-direct your music videos and stuff like that. So like you're kind of like in this, like you could do it all.
Right. Thank you.
That's kind of sick. And you're only 17. I mean 18. Jeez. Crazy.
I started learning how to like producing recently, probably like 8-9 months ago.
Yeah.
And I just started doing it because it's just easier for me than like working with a producer and being like, I mean that's also great sometimes, but it's also like telling someone what to do, and then
it's kind of like in your head you already know what you want, so it's like you're like, don't even try me. This is what I want.
Exactly. So, and as for like directing the music videos, it's just because I already learned like the whole cinematography stuff like back in the day, so I kind of have like certain like certain needs, like certain, you know,
What
like
is back in the
that,
day for you? You're 18, man. Like,
back back in the day was like probably like 10, 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, hold on.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I gotta stop saying that.
No, you're good. I'm just like, wait a second, because I'm like 10 years older than you. This is hilarious. That's awesome.
Yeah, just because, like, you know, I want my music videos to, like, look a certain way, and, you know, it's like
you
really
have the vision, and you
Right.
don't apologize for that ever, because
Right.
if you already have the vision, clearly it's been working. I mean,
Yeah.
look what look what you've already done.
Right.
And you like have the new song, right? Chaos, that's
Chaos.
out.
Yeah.
And I guess what's coming now? I guess that's what I'm interested in, because you got the tour going right now.
Yeah.
Are we getting like an album, maybe more singles? What's happening?
I'm working on a little something.
A little something. I'm not gonna tell you too much, Gabby.
It's like a little project that I've been working on. It's, you know, it's my first one, and it's gonna come out. We don't have like an exact date yet, but it's gonna be before the year ends for sure.
Perfect.
And
Gives us something to look forward to.
Yes,
I like it.
Yes, and the songs have been mostly produced by me, and there are some songs that are like produced by people, but yeah, it's like, and the stuff that I'm talking about in it, and like the lyrics. I'm also like sonically, I'm like exploring the genre a little bit more.
Dope.
I'm doing like a little more singing.
Dope.
Not like full on singing, but
No,
kind of like
you're like, don't get into it.
Yeah, like-
Not like that.
but like glow like that kind of singing. you
Yeah.
know? Like I kind of like, yeah, like I really like that that kind of like style of singing. I think
Dope.
it really fits me. But yeah, I've been doing a lot more of that, and then yeah, just like make my own beats, and then as for like the stuff that I'm talking about in it, it's like a bunch of like real life stuff, like personal stuff that I've experienced, and I've, you know.
As you should. I think letting the fans know you is what is gonna
Right.
be your best bet. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's why people make it in this entertainment business, is because they're them. 100% them,
Yeah.
and that's you. You're being yourself 100%.
Right.
One more thing before we close out. I saw that you've only had a girlfriend for what, like the longest a month, right? It's
Like-
only been a month, maybe
like 2 months.
2 months.
2
Okay.
months or, I don't know.
So I want to hear you describe your dream girl. Like, does she have big titties? Does she have a big ass?
Actually,
Does she? Go ahead. This is your dream girl. This is Brian's dream girl.
I don't know. I'm like it's pretty simple. You just have to be funny, you know. As for like physical, I don't know. It really doesn't matter.
Wow.
Like, I don't know. It's like you know, like the past couple of months, I've learned that it really doesn't matter, you know.
You're attracted to just any type. Well, not any
Yeah.
type, but maybe if you connect with them mentally, it's like, okay.
Yeah. So the most
Nice.
important things for me is like, you know, like sense of humor, and then a positive outlook on life. You
Nice.
know? Like I want someone to, you know, that like, you know, like we're going through some stuff, and like we're going through like we have like a problem that's like on her, and then like I want someone to be able to like deal with it with me.
They're mature enough to talk it out.
Yeah, instead of being like, man, this sucks.
Man,
Like,
I
all the
wish
time,
you were
know
like
what I mean?
28, 29. Men these age need some help in that department. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Those are just things that my dad taught me.
That's
He's a
awesome.
big role model for me. He's like a very positive man.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
And your
Same-
parents are supportive of this.
They're very supportive. They're like
dope.
very surprisingly supportive. Because back in the day, sorry.
You're good.
Christ.
I was like 3 years ago. No, I'm
when I was 13, I was that's like when I was like really starting to be like super obsessed with like coming to America, and you know, because I started learning English when I was like 10. And,
right. From
there-
YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
Like, who was like that really helped you? Like, what video was it that you watched? Because I'm just curious.
Watched a lot of video game walkthroughs and a lot of like unboxing videos, just people talking to the camera, really.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I would just be at home just by myself, and I'm like, you know, like when you talk, or like when you kind of like think, you kind of have that inner voice.
Yeah.
And then this one day, I just kind of like, it was in English, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like I want to.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, it's pretty weird. I wanted to like keep doing it, and it's like, it's fun. It's like it's kind of like having someone to talk to almost. Because like when you're, when I'm like speaking English and when I'm speaking Indonesian, it's like two different personalities.
Right.
So yeah, it was fun.
That's tight. That's a different way to look at it, though. I never thought of it like that. Like it's almost like you're talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
Wow,
fun.
that's interesting.
But,
well, Brian, aka Rich Chigga, Rich Brian, Rich B. We came up with all those names right now. Thank you so much for hanging out, dude. We're excited for what's coming.
I'm also excited.
Please come back and visit us.
Will do.
Like, don't forget about us little people over here when you get all big time, all right?
Amen. I hope that happens.
Gabby Diaz for Wild 94.9.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.